How are you, my guys? Welcome back to Stefandiao with an accent. I decided to shoot this episode from my balcony in live from Marina del Rey, California. And I just wanted to say hi to you guys since I know it's been a couple of weeks since, and I've missed you. And I know I always start like this with you, English speaking people, but it is what it is, okay? The Irishman on Netflix. I thought, like, why not record right now on Tuesday at 11 a.m., just like any unemployed guy will do. You know, just sit down, have some coffee, and chat a bit with his imaginary friends. I have these shades on, not because of the sun, but because I have pink eye. Great. So we were talking about Napoleon. We were able to watch Napoleon, and we had a pretty fun weekend, and we just wanted to be. It was St. Patty's Day. Okay, it was St. Patrick's Day. A lot of people drinking, wearing green T-shirts. Crazy. I saw a lot. I didn't know in Los Angeles there were so many people that loved Patrick the Saint. Very lovable guy. Very lovable guy. So we went down to Hermosa Beach to the pier with my son. I took him for the first time. I remember when I went there for the first time, it was 2021. The pandemic was over. The lockdown was over. California was still a little, strict. But we went, Maria was working, and I remember that a bird pooped on her shoulder. Poop just fell out of the sky into my wife's shoulder. And I remember like, wow, and she was like, that's good luck. And we didn't know it at the time, but like 2 days later, we found out that we were gonna have a baby. And she was like, you see, I told you. And I was like, well, is it good luck? Just kidding, JK, of course it is. We're so happy with both our babies. So yeah, we went down to Hermosa. Hermosa is a beautiful place. They tell me it's really expensive. There was a lot of people. There was a guy with like 8 snakes, just exhibiting himself, his naked body. He didn't have a shirt. He had a lot of muscles, and he was just with a bunch of snakes. I closed first time that I block my son's eyes. I didn't want him anywhere near that person or to really observe what was going on. I just was like, be happy, run. And he ran. He ran towards the pier. He very poetically pointed at the sea that he was looking at, like a captain in a ship, like a good old sailor. And yeah, I couldn't have a Guinness. I was searching, I was trying to look, I was hunting for a Guinness, but places were so packed. Who knows how they're pouring Guinness in a day like that. I've worked a couple of St. Patrick's Days back in my heyday of bartending in New York, and I can tell you it is something heavy. It's heavy. It's heavy, but it's fun. The worst definitely has to be SantaCon. Okay, SantaCon has to be one of the most miserable shifts that you can work as a bartender, for sure. Hands down, makes no sense at all. A bunch of people that don't believe in Santa anymore, dressed like Santa, and get completely smashed by noon, and then they just bar hop and make every bartender's life miserable. Like the darkest thoughts that I've had in my life have been while behind the bar on SantaCon. And I used to work in a very decent place, very nice place. I cannot even imagine what's that shit like in, I don't know, Daytona. what the fuck, SantaCon should be canceled. I am not part of cancel culture, but SantaCon should retire. Let's retire it. It's horrible, terrible. And sometimes it used to snow, and you'll see them all like dirty. Oh my god, disgusting. I really don't know how is the process. I'm very curious to know how's the process of an adult human being that gets together with friends and they decide that they're gonna do SantaCon. This is the year we're gonna dress as Santas, and we're gonna go out and we're gonna get shit faced. Because if you tell me like, hey, listen, it's an opportunity to meet a new girl, it's an opportunity to meet someone that's hot, that you want to sleep with, that you want to marry, but it's not. It's just really dumb. It's just really horrible, and the tips are shit, so it's not even a good shift. Instead, in St. Patrick's, you will get money, and you will, see how important it is, this holiday or this day for a bunch of people, mainly Irish people, which I love very much. I want to visit Ireland one day and have like a bunch of Guinness, for sure. What also is a terrible day to work? I think no, SantaCon has to be definitely the worst for sure, and St. Patty's is just like really busy, but it's business, it's business. That's what it is. This is the world we live in. Holidays are created to make businesses and make people some money. So we needed to make some people some money. We have to get the Irish drunk so Irish people can get more money. And if the Irish people have money, the world is going to be good. We have to protect Ireland by far. And the true treasure that is a pint of Guinness. Yes, which I missed. I didn't have any on St. Patty's, but Guinness is always there for you, so it's just a matter of time that I have my first pint of the year. I haven't had a pint in 2024. I've had a couple of beers on my birthday. The other day I had a beer. Sometimes after the kids are sleeping, I just open a Modelo that was left there from my birthday, and I just enjoy it. And but I haven't had a pint of Guinness. I had a great Guinness here in Los Angeles, and I want to go back to it and indulge myself in one or two or three. Well, it's two really. If I'm driving, it's two. If I'm not driving, then it's too many. Yes. Another week went by in Serie A, and another sad episode happened in the week, the match days, where the Serie A organized a fight against racism. An Inter player, who I'm not going to mention, his name is Acerbi, said racist remarks to a Napoli player, and the Napoli, then he denied it. Then he denied it publicly. He got kicked out of the Italy squad that is traveling to the United States. Like, that's not a good country to visit after you just said a racist remark. People will find out. People will dig and find the truth. There's a video when you're apologizing, saying that the word you said is not racist. You're actually pointing at a team player of yours that it's black, and you're saying that how could you be saying that when your own teammate is black? That's the worst possible excuse that you can make. Completely embarrassed himself. He spent like 5 minutes. He used to play in Lazio, which is not the most example. It's not a great example of fighting racism. People, they know that they're I'm not gonna generalize, but a strict, loud part of their fan base has still like Nazis, and So he came here. He got kicked out of the national team. He came to Inter. He's a horrible. I don't like this type of players that Italy has. Like this type of mid central defenders that are like tall and long. They're like poor versions of Chiellini, or they all come from the Costa Curta tree. Okay. It's this type of guys that are just long and strong, and they just go strong, and they're not very. I don't want to, talk bad about certain players, but yeah, it's like that type of like Costa Curta, Chiellini, Acerbi, Mancini. This guy's like, come on, and they substituted Acerbi, they kicked him out, they called in Mancini, which is a Roma central defender, who was a nasty player, Materazzi. His idol was Materazzi. Just figure it out. Just figure that out. How the hell does that happen? And he also has a horrible video when they won the Conference League. He's punching a black teammate in like with his medal here. He's just punching him for no reason at all, and that's the guy that they called. And now they're playing against Venezuela. And the $1 million question. Oh, Stefano, Italy against Venezuela. Who are you rooting for? Who are you going to root for? Huh? We want to know. We want to know because we know whatever the answer is going to be wrong, Stefano. We want you dig deep in the ground, in controversy, full of shit, Stefano. Who are you gonna root for, huh? It's a friendly. It's Venezuela, the place you were born, against Italy, the place that taught you how to love soccer, football, calcio, huh? What are you gonna do? This. I'm gonna hang out with my kids, and I'm gonna watch a movie, like I did this past weekend. We watched Napoleon, and we talked about it in Spanish. I think we learned a lot about Napoleon, about the way that people used to live their lives there. I mean, these people were sleeping with everyone. These worldwide leaders, these peoples that have, they're in the books. They're just, crazy, insane. The lifespan was like 60. Like if you were old enough to see 60, you were like, dude, this guy's the oldest person in the world. What the fuck? I brew this coffee. I bought it. I think it's a Trader Joe's coffee, medium roast. I don't talk about Trader Joe's. I go there. I call them Trader Joe's because I applied there for a job and they denied me. No reason whatsoever. They told me they were embrace diversity and they were like, we're going another direction. I'm like, what the fuck? What's the direction? Jesus Christ. But anyways, they have great coffee and they have great products and there's no hard feelings. We just call them Trader Joe's. So yeah, we watched Napoleon, who was betrayed by his wife, Josie, hence the song by Blink-182, Josie. And but he lived life fully. He was very persuasive. He was very manipulative. He was a kind of like a snake. There's this line in the movie that I don't know if it happened in real life where Josephine, he's meeting Josephine, right? They're on a date. And they're sitting down, and Josephine already has, she's older than him, and she's just been around too much. And Napoleon is kind of like, he's been around dead men, but he hasn't been around that many naked women. So she just opens her legs and tells Napoleon to his eyes, you're gonna look down, and you're gonna see something you've never seen. And once you see it, okay, you're gonna go crazy for it, and you're gonna want more and more. Look at it. And I was like, oh my God, she has a dick. She has a penis. That was my first thought. I was like, oh my God, Josephine was way ahead. She has a penis. I cannot believe that's why they can't have kids, because she has a penis. And Napoleon goes down and looks at it, and then he goes like he caught two, and he's fucking her from behind. And I'm like, there's two options: or she has a dick, or she was the only girl that had the technology at that time to wax. And that's the only thing that would justify the line. He has already been with girls, not many, but he knows what's in between your legs. What the fuck? What is down there? Beautiful painting? Or you were the only one that you were already using wax and he was like, oh my god, I need that. This is Stefandiao with an accent. Thank you so much for being here. See you next Friday or Thursday. We don't know. We're chill. We're just drinking coffee, enjoying this beautiful day in Los Angeles. I hope you're enjoying a beautiful day as well. Peace. Vive la France. Bendition. God bless.